Is it a slur or some words quietly said under your breath about a person or group of people? Is it, sorry, you're not the right fit for this job and we only knew as soon as we saw you? Is it the fact that they don't believe your experiences when you tell them and you need someone to vouch for you? Your humanity needs to be validated by an action that makes them happy, or they'll carry some level of doubt towards you. Is it the fear of being around others we don't understand because we refuse to? Is it the lies we bought into about other people and we just accept it because it's something we're used to? Is it being more likely to die and less likely to own a home through no real fault of your own and then being told you didn't try or it wasn't good enough because you're not good enough and you'll never really know why? Is it the condescension in their voices, completely ignoring endless examples of different results for the same choices? Is it the sense of entitlement and air of authority they enter a room with, subconscious about their superiority, ignoring the history filled with land theft, genocide, torture, and rape so they can oversimplify your fate? Is it these man-made divisions of borders and flags based on arbitrary decisions? Is it the laws and policies that uphold this philosophy of white supremacy, this dichotomy of black and white that poisons this society? Is it an idea needed to keep most of the world in a monopoly, divided and conquered physically, politically, and psychologically? Is it being used as scapegoats for systematic problems, used as cannon fodder in imperialist wars for conquest? It's deeper than us versus them and yours versus ours. It's justification of discrimination that requires power. See, I was gonna talk about Bilal radiallahu anh because he was black. Like that changes the fact that most of us Asians are racist. We claim we hate each other too, as if that makes it okay to be complacent in the face of these microaggressions from our own families who have the nerve to then complain about discrimination. I'm sorry I let them get away with it. Maybe I took it too lightly, when it truly was a matter of life and death, and at times I was just too tired of fighting, trying to appease those around me, scared that they wouldn't like me. See, I owe you an apology. I took your culture, creativity, and art, and I convinced myself that I gave you my heart when I didn't. I helped them rob you of your humanity like they robbed me of mine by being complicit. All we've been trying to do was have it both ways, have some of the privilege and be the victim, sitting on the fence between blackness and whiteness, staying silent, complaining about riots and acting righteous. It's ironic, because when it's people that we consider our people, we understand their grievances. We grieve for them, come out onto the streets ready to bleed for them, but when they're black we say, hey, there's no racism in Islam. But what does that sound like? When Islam no longer exists in its entirety, it's just a soundbite. And I know it doesn't sound right, but okay, how did Islam solve it? In all honesty, the examples are endless. It limited loyalty to truth and justice even when it worked against us. It didn't politicize identity based on race, gender, age, or ethnicity, not based on social status or income bracket or even a common enemy. It didn't ask people to unite on arbitrary distractions. It acknowledged our differences but ranked us based on our actions. It prevented the hoarding of resources. Its aim was circulation. Its concern was for the whole world. It wasn't confined to a nation. It created people who admitted their faults, put faces on the ground seeking redemption at any cost. And it's only human to make mistakes, but Islam, it minimized it. Because it came from the one who knows us better than we know ourselves. Ya Muslimin, the world can't breathe. We need to revive it.